Right, let's try this again. Fuck me. I don't know when I started this video log, to be honest, last year now, after, again. Now, this video is going to try and be quick, because I'm having an argument with my mum again, and it's always horrible. And all of a sudden she brings up, the past. And this is typical of her. It's typical of our relationship. It's toxic. But at the same time, she's my mother. And there's this kind of core to that relationship. And she's brought up why I was ill. Why don't you seek help? Why don't you get better? It's always the thing that fucks my head up. You do this to yourself. You do this to yourself. She's talking about all of my problems with the police over the years. And I tried to... Don't try to reason with narcissists. Don't, because they don't believe that they're in the wrong. And they don't believe that they have that they believe themselves to be on the right side of history. This is what I was saying when I came out as trans. Was, yes, I'm trans, but I'm also a scientist. And as much as I agree with all of the principles of transhumanism, I also have to walk a thin line of what the ethical dilemmas of that mean. Ethics is a big part of my learning in university and college, growing up in biology and chemistry. And remember, a lot of what I was trying to do was trying to help these people, myself, and help people like me live happy, fulfilling lives, because a lot of trans women, gay men, lesbians, for whatever reason, don't feel comfortable about their bodies for whatever reason, and body modification has always been a big part of my life. So I felt like I could rationally explain that to someone who understands, but when you're talking to a narcissist, they don't want to talk to you rationally. They want to talk to you, they want to condescend you and talk down to you, because remember, from their point of view, they are coming from a point of view where they think they know you better than you know yourself. And so they play chess with you. And if you find yourself playing chess, always remember that what they're trying to do is trying to goad you into a logic pattern that's going to end up with you either, whether you win or lose, you lose, basically. Because if you play the game and you win, if you play chess and you win, what you're doing is you've essentially enacted your logic gates into imposing someone else, into imprisoning them into a logic prison. If you lose, you get they use their logic to put you into a logic prison. Okay? So win-win, lose-lose. You lose every time. Okay? And the false allegations are made against me. And over the years, what narcissists will do is they'll justify it. They'll post-justify it. So what she tried to do just now was, for example, she tried to say that I blame everybody for what happened to me, and I said I don't. But who am I supposed to exactly blame for hitting me over the head with a cricket bat, or pushing me down the stairs when I was 3 years old? Who am I supposed to blame? Oh, not that, last week, because that's too far back. Last week, last year, 10 years ago. Not 30 years ago when the problem started. Yeah? Not my rehabilitation growing up, trying to get into physical activities, dancing, martial arts, art, those kinds of things. No, not that. No, the breakdown that happened when I was 22, just after I broke up with my girlfriend. My long-time life partner, I suppose you would say. To my detriment, I even dared call her soulmate at one point, but the soul is dead now, so that is the fucking thing. that she was talking about. You blame all of those people for what happened to you. I said, no, you're just projecting that. I never said I blamed anybody. Like, obviously what happened to me in my head happened to me in my head. That wasn't anybody else's delusions. That was at mine. What was going on in my head. What the visions that I saw and all of those things that happened in my head. But the physical, the verbal, the mental games, the logic games that have been played against me are all narcissistic tactics to try and smear me and to try and smear my name, to try and destroy my reputation. When I came out as trans, that was just another painting an even bigger target on my back. Even my mum said, you made a difficult situation even worse for you. And I said, well, no, I didn't actually, because this is the whole point of me trying to create a solid base of friends when I was a kid, was so that when I came out I'd have somebody to fucking come out to. And then with all of the narcissistic group politics and all of that, I just get fucking, shat on and just discarded and thrown away. So I've always been constantly going from, I'm the fucking village town idiot, because I go from one town to the other town to the other town going, oh hi, maybe I can find my place in the world here. And I just get another group of narcissistic fucking assholes who just want to ruin my life even more. And based on the past, it becomes, you're a narcissist based on past reputations of groups that don't like you, basically. And that's it. And it just becomes, after a while, it just becomes a kind of conditioned response. We don't like you, we don't want you, we're trying to kill yourself, because we can't bother to take responsibility for you, unless we're going to take responsibility for you in a sense that we can create false narrative, false drama about you, so we can lock you up in prison, throw away the key and forget about you, or leave you jobless, homeless, on the street, so we can forget about you and kill you. This is what narcissists do. When you're a discarded survivor, when you're a survivor, you've been discarded. You've been kicked out of the house. Yeah, you've been kicked out of the group. Yeah, the narcissist, whoever's in control of the group, has now discarded you from their little circle. And everybody else, the flying monkeys, they're all covering their backs because they don't want it to be them. And it's all like a big game of the weakest link to them. And this is what they play. I said, what am I supposed to do? You said, I'm not blaming anybody, but they still did that to me. And I'm not blaming anybody, but they still did that to me. And this is the X time of recovery of her saying, oh, you deserve it. The police came because you broke the law. And I said, those jail cells are designed to break people's minds mentally. It shouldn't be done to anybody. No human being should go through that. Oh yeah, well, it's justified if you commit a crime. That's the narcissist's fallback. It's okay to hurt someone as long as you've been hurt yourself. And a narcissist will create a false narrative to create that drama in the first place so they can break you. If you are literally just a Buddha sitting there on your own, minding your own business, they will come along with a cricket bat to fuck you up over the head, just so that they can sit there on their little fucking cloud of lies and go, I think that Buddhism is an edible philosophy. Just so that they can create a drama to cause in you, to create misery in you. And then they can attack it. And that is all that a narcissist is doing. They are literally just waiting, looking for that fucking point in you, and whether it's whatever it is. When they find it, they'll exploit it. And then once they've exploited you, that's when they can just create you as the Wicker Man, burn you alive, discard you, throw you away. There you go. Another victim. That's the end of the story, basically, for all survivors. And that's why we make these videos. This is day 4 of a second recovery now. 3rd recovery, 4th recovery, 6th recovery, 7th recovery. 12 years a slave. I bought a bottle of 12-year malt whiskey to celebrate. Anyway, stay strong if you can. It's alright to be weak as well. You have to be strong all the time.